Welcome to the Beyond the Years podcast, a podcast about all things Disney. I am Josh, and as always, I am joined by the lovely Ashley Reeves. Ashley, thank you for smiling.
So we were just arguing because we've tried to record this like 8 times now, but I think we're feeling better, and we are going to just talk about Disney today.
God, I hope so.
I feel a little bit better. Because we're going into Disney World in 75 days, which is so exciting. And for us, it's a big deal. I know for some people it's not. I see people post all the time. I don't know if you have the same experience, but I see people that we're friends with on Facebook post like several times a year that they're like going to Disney. And I'm like, what the heck, man? Like, it's expensive. So for us, it's a really big deal.
I don't see... Well, I guess I kind of do because we have some mutual friends, but...
There's a few people in particular that I've noticed. Maybe it's just my perception, but they've posted like several times recently about going to Disney. And I'm like, man, to me, it's such a big deal. So we're going to dedicate an entire podcast today talking about what we have planned so far.
Yeah, so... one, it's a big deal for us as a family unit here because this is our first, like, real family vacation in 3 years, or almost 4 years by this point.
Yeah, we really...
Like, we've gone to the lake with Mom and Jess for, like, a short, like, or not a short, like an extended weekend kind of thing. But, like, leaving the state of Missouri... and actually vacationing.
Yeah. And I wish that was something we could do every year, and maybe at some point in time we'll be able to figure that out. But this will be the first like actual vacation for us, which is super exciting. We all need it. Oh yeah. Like, after
the past like year and a half that we've had, I'm like, yep, I'm ready for a break.
We're done. Yeah, because you haven't taken like an actual vacation from your work. I mean, you had Christmas.
Well, the last vacation I would have been when we went to Key West for the bachelor party.
Right. And how long were you off?
A week.
You were off for a full week?
Yeah. That would have been in 2020.
Because I remember
Grayson was just a little bitty guy still.
Teething.
Yeah.
And that was it. It was a little rough.
Yeah, that was Ashley's first the full week by herself with the nugs.
Yeah.
And he was, what, like maybe, that would have been in like, around this time actually. So he'd have been like 6 or 8 months old.
I don't really remember exactly. I just remember like, I was still working at that time. I mean, I'm always working, but like, it's not like I had a break from work. Because you went on that trip.
Oh, yeah. Like you went to work every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was hard.
Yeah.
Woof. But anyway, this is going to be our first family vacation. So it'll be really exciting. You have anything you want to say before we get started talking about our plans so far?
Okay. Well, I want to like update a couple things here. So we have the last podcast we talked about, which I remembered now when I was thinking about it, was the Spider-Verse Across the Spider-Verse film. Since then, we saw Transformers: Rise of the Beast.
Yeah.
And we saw the movie that they call The Flash. That's not The Flash.
Oh my God.
It's so awful. So that was like one of the things we thought about today as well. Like, well, we're going to do a podcast. What do we want to talk about? I was like, well, we could talk about both of those movies. And I was like, I'd rather talk about Disney since like it's a Disney podcast. But I do like to talk about that kind of stuff every once in a while.
I was really thinking that we were going to do an episode talking about Rise of the Beast and The Flash. And we may still. I don't know.
If we do, I think we do it together.
Yeah.
Because I don't feel like it's like a full like, oh yeah, we have an hour episode to talk about Rise of the Beast. Because I really enjoyed the film. But at the same time, I don't want to talk about it for an hour like I would a Marvel movie. Just because, like I said, it's technically not a Disney thing.
Yeah.
But I do like the movie Oppenheimer. Like I really want to see that. And I would like to talk about it on the podcast just because it seems like an interesting movie, but like as a bonus episode.
Yeah.
kind of thing. But I don't know. That'll be discussed in the future kind of thing. But
yeah.
either way, Rise of the Beast was awesome, in my opinion. Ashley is 50-50 on it. And The Flash is an absolute... it's awful.
I will give it this. It was entertaining. And it definitely gave me some things to think about.
The Flash?
Yeah.
And that...
We talked about this on the way home, I think, from watching the movie, and it's... Normally, I just go and I enjoy. I pretty much enjoy, like, as long as it's a genre that I typically like, I'll just, I go to the movie, I like the movie, I move on. Mm-hmm. But since we started doing this podcast, and a lot of our episodes, we talk about movies or TV shows, and we've kind of gotten into the habit about like
more of a critical eye.
And so watching The Flash, I was just like, what is happening right now? This is crazy, awful.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, we're not going to talk about that today, but maybe in the future.
Yeah,
it was really interesting.
So I will say this before we really get started. We went to see it with my best friend Zach, and we're best friends with Zach and Brittany.
Mm-hmm.
It's like our couple of friends that
mm-hmm.
we're like best friends with,
mm-hmm.
and we don't get to see them just a whole lot because they live about 2 hours away from us, and they came up to see it with us, and the first thing Ashley said to me, and when the credits started to roll, she started laughing, and she's like, I can't wait to hear how bad Zach hated that.
I was just like, what? Was there a post-credit scene? There was a post-credit scene.
Yeah, it was,
I don't remember what it was because it was so
Aquaman.
insignificant.
Aquaman was drunk
yes.
or whatever.
Yes. That was so dumb. I just started laughing hysterically, and I was trying to tell Josh, like, I can't even imagine how much Zach just hated this whole movie. Because he's always like very critical.
Yeah.
But anyway. So let's talk about Disney World.
Okay. So we are 75 days away.
Mm-hmm. So we have booked our reservations because as it stands right now, you have to book a theme park reservation for every day. And then after 2 p.m., I believe if you have the park hopper option, which I think we do.
Yeah.
You can go to whatever park you want, which makes no sense. That whole system's going away next year. But
park hopper?
No, the reservation system.
Oh.
Where you have to like be like, oh yeah, we're going to Epcot this day.
Oh yeah. We're still stuck in COVID times here.
Yeah. But anyway, I forgot what I was saying.
Booking reservations.
Yeah, so we've
They're
got
booked.
We've got our reservations booked for the hotel and for every day what we're doing, except for food, because we can't do that for another 15 days.
But we have a tentative plan on what we want to eat and like where we want to eat.
Yeah, so that's what we're going to talk about today is what we have planned so far. Travel, hotel, Disney parks, and food so far.
So let's talk about travel.
Yes. So we live in the Midwest in Missouri, I think Josh already said.
Yeah.
And it's about a 16.5-hour drive. So there's a lot of reasons why you could drive or fly. But for us personally, we chose to drive.
Mm-hmm.
I did not want to deal with like airport and having to get like a special driver's license. And
because you still don't have it.
I still don't have it. And just trying to deal with like a toddler on an airplane, and that whole thing just stresses me out. And like baggage. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, that was going to be really
long
expensive.
story short, we're going to drive, which I think will be fun. So we are leaving on a Friday at 3 a.m.
Or earlier.
Well, I feel like 3 is a good round number to like.
We'll be leaving here at 3.
Yeah.
We'll be up at like
2:30.
2. Well, I'll be up at 2. We'll have everything packed the night before. So pretty much like when we wake up that morning, we'll have to pack the essential like contacts,
everything,
glasses,
the
stuff like that like because we both have contacts, or I have contacts and glasses. Ashley has glasses, so we'll have to make sure we pack all that crap, and then just what we're packing for like the road. Because we'll have everything else pretty much packed up the night before.
Yeah.
And pulled in the garage, and we'll just
we're
hop
just
in.
gonna, the reason we're
out.
leaving so early is ideally we would prefer that our 3-year-old stay asleep for the first few hours that we are traveling.
Or a few.
Because he's not a super big fan of traveling. Just kind of depends. So anyway, long story short, the plan is to leave very early on a Friday morning. We're going to drive like 12, 13 hours, and we're going to stay in Tallahassee, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
And just like a regular hotel.
Yeah.
And then the next morning, we're probably going to stop by the beach and then finish our travel to Disney, which will be about like 3 hours.
Yeah.
So, and we are staying at Art of Animation. I feel like we've talked about that before, but that is going to be just magic. That's going to be like one of the, I think that first moment of like stepping onto property is going to be one of the most magical moments, because Grayson is going to be so excited.
Oh, well, I think it would be fun just going through like, welcome to Walt Disney World.
Yes.
When you cross that, the arch thing. Yeah. And I think then Grayson will realize like, holy crap, this is actually happening.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I still can't believe it's happening, and we're like 75 days away, because all I'm thinking is like, God, we got to save some more money, and then we'll be good to go.
Yeah.
So it's just like, because it's just like a couple weeks ago it was 90 days away.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, holy crap, 90 days? That's 3 months away, and now we're almost 2 months away. So the time is just like flying by.
Mm-hmm.
And when I first got the countdown app, we were 138 days away.
Oh my God.
I know.
Insane.
We're like halfway there from when I did that. So it's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're at Art of Animation.
We're just staying in a standard room, although I think the family style suites would be amazing. They're super expensive.
Yeah.
So we're just staying in a standard room, which is totally fine. It's the Little Mermaid theme, which I'm so excited about. And just Art of Animation in general is so adorable. I cannot wait to go there.
Yeah, I know it's a value resort, but I feel like it's the best, like, kid friendly, like,
the theming,
family resort.
Yeah.
Because the other ones just seem like Animal Kingdom Lodge is really cool, but pretty much everything else seems really like
adult oriented.
Yeah, like Ohana or the
Polynesian.
Polynesian, yeah. There's just not a. I mean, I guess we haven't been to those resorts, but either way, it just seems more fun.
Mm-hmm.
And we get the Skyliners, which we actually went over to our travel agent's house to pay for the trip, and then she pretty much just went over because she just recently went for her bachelorette party and was talking about like, if you have any questions about Genie Plus, if you have this, if you have that. It's like, and then also, if you're down there, could you pick me up a couple of these little figurines?
Yeah, she was great. She was super helpful, because one of the things that I was concerned about was Disney Plus, because you can't like book it until day of
Genie
Plus. And that was like stressful to me. And because we had never navigated through Genie Plus before. So I was like, I don't want to get there and not know what the heck to do. So now we kind of know what the heck to do.
And she's like, if you have any questions, feel free to text me or call me, and I will help you walk you through it. Yeah. And she was like trying to walk us through it on her app.
But she doesn't have reservations.
But she doesn't have reservations, so it was like really hard.
Mm-hmm.
But either way, we're haphazardly confident that we know what we're doing.
Yeah. I mean, I think we'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to get into like the politics of what I think Disney should do better, because I could talk about that for a long time. But Genie Plus is one of those things. Anyway, so we're arriving at Disney on Saturday.
Yep.
Midday. We're hoping to be there like midday before like nap time for Grayson.
Mm-hmm.
We'll kind of see how that goes, but the plans for the rest of the day is just to kind of explore the resort and then go to Disney Springs, which I think is we did that last time. Anybody who's traveling and you're going to arrive midday, like I always think it's a good idea to go to Disney Springs and just kind of do like a resort day and not worry about the parks, even though you're probably going to be excited.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to go to Disney Springs, shop, a little bit, and then we're going to go to T-Rex, hopefully. Anything that we talk about, like dining wise,
it's still up in the air, technically.
It's still, yeah, because we have to get reservations still. So fingers crossed. Like, we're going to make T-Rex happen. However, we have to make that happen because I really want to go with him.
Yeah.
But the plan tentatively is to go to Disney Springs and then eat at the T-Rex restaurant that night.
Yes. Yeah, T-Rex was awesome last time we went. So.
Oh, it's so fun.
Yeah. But so we'll probably blow all our money at Disney Springs the first day, and then have no money for the parks the rest of the 6 days or 5 days we're there. So. No, but that is super exciting to be like, oh yeah, we're going to Disney Springs first. I love Disney Springs.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah, so fun. And that was like, well, obviously that was my first Disney experience. Was like, that's the first thing we did. We flew last time, but like when we got there, it was like a big deal for me because it was like, all right, we're going to Disney Springs.
Yeah.
And it's just really fun to look out and just hang out and relax.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
Because you definitely are exhausted from like the flight, but not like completely wiped out. And I think that's kind of how we'll be. Well, the good news is we're not like traveling the 16-hour drive in one swoop. So that will be the nice thing. It'll only be like a 3-hour drive. So Disney Springs day one is going to be fun.
Yeah. So the first official park day is going to be Epcot. When we were planning this originally, we were kind of thinking Magic Kingdom, but we let Grayson choose what he wanted to do first. And
we've been hyping up the big ball.
Because I really love Epcot, and they've done some amazing work on the park, and we've really been hyping it up. So Grayson wanted to do Epcot first.
Yeah, I mean, when I say we've been hyping up the big ball, like Ashley's drilled into his brain, the big ball is more important than Cinderella's castle.
Epcot is so cool. Okay, it's magic. So Epcot is day one. We have our park reservations all ready to go for Epcot. I think the plan the first day, because you kind of have to kind of get into a routine when you're at Disney. So I think the first day we are just going to eat breakfast at the resort. Every resort has food options. The value resorts have like a cafeteria style food, but it's good. So we'll have a nice.
Time we ate, it was really good.
Yeah, we'll have like a good breakfast at the cafeteria at Art of Animation. We'll take the Skyliner over to Epcot.
No buses.
Yes. And then we're gonna spend the morning. Well, I mean, we're gonna spend pretty much all day at Epcot, but what we're planning on doing is kind of just eating snacks around the World Showcase, because we're going to be there during the Food and Wine Festival. And Grayson and I are big snackers.
Yeah.
And you like to eat.
Yeah, I like to eat.
Grace and I are just more snackers.
Yeah. They literally eat a meal, and like 15 minutes later, they're like pulling out the Cheetos or like the goldfish. And I'm like, what the hell are you doing?
Snacks. So that first day is going to be Epcot, breakfast at the resort, and then we are planning on doing Genie Plus, which is their fast pass system. We are planning on doing that pretty much every day. And then depending on how we feel at the time, we might pay for lightning lanes like 1 or 2 times during our trip, which is you pay for Disney or the Genie Plus, and then like Cosmic Rewind, you have to pay $15 per person on top of that to get a lightning lane. We'll probably do that, not for a lot of things, but we'll definitely do the Genie Plus pretty much every day.
Yeah, we'll be doing the lightning lanes at least for the Cosmic Rewind and Rise of the Resistance, because those are like the 2 rides that are like the hardest to get onto in a like halfway decent amount of time.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely be doing those. And then most of the other rides, really, I think those are just like the really 2 big ones that we want to do.
Yeah, and this trip is also going to be different for us because we're not just an adult couple that is going this time. So, you know, we're going to have a toddler with us, and a lot of it's going to be centered around making sure he has the best trip. And so we are going to be riding the more like kid friendly attractions, but there are a lot of rides he can do.
And he's also big enough to where technically if he wanted to, he could ride Cosmic Rewind, but at the same time, we're a little worried that that won't work because we have taken him on some theme park rides before, and he's 50-50 on the rides. Like, he acts like he hates it at first, and he's like, I want to get off, and he gets off, and he's like, I want to do that again. So we're still a little worried about rides, but we're warming up to them.
Yeah, so basically that first whole day is going to be Epcot, snacks around the world. As far as food, we are tentatively planning on taking like an afternoon rest break pretty much every day, just because he still takes a nap most days. And that's what we did last time for you and I. And it really worked out well to have like a little break to either take a shower, rinse off, take a nap, whatever you need to do, kind of freshen up, and then go back into it for the rest of the day. So that's going to be day 1 at the parks. And then day 2 is going to be Magic Kingdom, which is so exciting. There's just something so special about Magic Kingdom. We're going to eat breakfast at Be Our Guest restaurant as long as we can get reservations.
Yep. We wanted to, Ashley had pointed this out, and I was like, why do we really even want to eat there? And she's like, well, I just want to eat there just because, one, like, is good, and 2, we want Grayson to like go into a castle.
Yeah, I think that'll be, I mean, I'm an adult and I think that's super fun and cool. I can't even imagine being like a short little guy walking into this huge castle, because everything is bigger and better when you're a kid.
Yeah.
So I think that'll be really special for him to get to eat in the castle.
Yeah.
And their breakfast was good.
Yeah.
Really good. So we're going to do that for breakfast at Magic Kingdom.
And then probably head straight to the Buzz Lightyear ride right after that.
Yeah. Magic Kingdom is going to be pretty busy.
But it'll be Tuesday.
Yeah.
So that's like the days. Yeah. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I think are the...
Well, so our first park day will be Sunday. So it'll be a Monday.
Oh, well, it still probably won't be super busy.
Yeah. But I think he's just going to have the best time.
Yeah, I agree.
So there's a lot of kid rides at Magic Kingdom that we'll have to do.
Yeah. Not in a Small World. We're not doing that.
We probably will.
No.
I think it's fun still.
No.
It's kind of creepy.
It's kind of slow, and Grayson is going to be like, I want off. I can hear it now, and he's going to throw a fit because he wants off. Because it's so long and boring. Yeah. I can just tell. I could feel it.
We'll think about it.
And I don't want him throwing a fit on the little ride and they'll have to stop the ride because they're like, we've got a toddler that entered the water.
Oh my God. What a nightmare. I don't think he'd do that, but
no, I don't think he would either. But that's like all I was thinking about, because when we talked about it last time about like the rides we're most excited to ride and like least excited to ride, I was like, God, I can only imagine him on a Small World. And because it like you go forward a little bit and then you stop because they're like loading the other people, and it's like a track water ride. And I was like, just even when we hit a red light, he's like, go, 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 and he starts like freaking out. I'm like, I can't go, it's a red light. So I can only imagine him freaking out about like the boat ride not moving. Yeah. Go, go, go.
I'm really hoping that because it's gonna be Disney World, we'll all be on our best behavior. 3 is a hard age.
I keep thinking that.
3 is a hard age. Anyway, Magic Kingdom, as far as like food, we'll probably just do like a quick service lunch and then take a break. And then I want to do Skipper Canteen for dinner. Hopefully.
Yeah, we had talked about that, yeah.
Yeah. We've kind of sat down and planned out every day like what we want to do for food, hopefully. And like try to be realistic about it. And
yeah, because we're not doing a whole lot of
table service,
major table service. Last time I went, it was like table service every night. This time, but we're just 2 adults going. Mm-hmm. This time, it's Grayson's not going to want to sit at the Grand Floridian or Citrico's with a fancy 5-course meal.
Yeah. Okay, so day 3 is Hollywood Studios.
Yes. Let's go. That's my most anticipated. I mean, I'm really excited for Epcot, but it's going to be really hard between the Guardians of the Galaxy area and Galaxy's Edge.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll get the Skyliner over to that.
Mm-hmm. Skyliner for there, and we're going to do breakfast at Ronto Roasters. We're going to do the breakfast Ronto wrap.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully. I mean, as long as everything goes according to plan. We say this like it's all like going to happen for sure, but we're going to try to do this. And then probably Star Wars area.
Mm-hmm. Rise of the Resistance first thing. Grayson will probably have a good time on that.
Mm-hmm. And then food, we're going to do the pizza rizzos for lunch probably. I think that's what we discussed because we loved pizza rizzos.
Mm-hmm.
Probably take a break and then maybe Toy Story Land in the afternoon after nap time.
Yeah.
And then there's snack options. Woody's lunchbox, snack options. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll like we said, we'll see how the day goes. And nap time or break time might not even happen sometimes. It just depends on how good he is, because like when he's tired, like he's a little fussy, and he might just take a nap in the stroller for a little bit too. You know, I had thought about that because you see kids like passed out in the strollers. He might just pass out in the stroller for, you know, an hour and then wake back up and be ready to go.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so the next day we are going to do Animal Kingdom. So super exciting. Animal Kingdom, we're really going to do like a half day at Animal Kingdom. So we're going to start off the day and do what did we say? We're going to go to Pandora and eat breakfast, just like a snacky breakfast.
Yeah.
Is that what we said?
I think so.
We're going to do a snacky breakfast at Pandora, probably just hang out in Pandora all morning, and then before break time we're going to go to Animal Kingdom Lodge and do lunch at Boma, probably, which is like a table service buffet. We really wanted to do something at Animal Kingdom Lodge because it's just a beautiful resort, and that's pretty much it. It's a beautiful resort. They have good food there, and we want to get to experience that again.
Yeah, and we're probably not going back to Animal Kingdom unless Grayson just really enjoys it. You know, you say like we'll spend most of the time at Pandora. Like, there's a lot going on at Pandora, but like I think an hour and a half at Pandora minus like waiting for the ride. Because we'll probably ride.
Oh, I forgot we're gonna ride the safari.
Yeah, we'll probably ride the safari.
He loves animals.
So we might. I don't know. It just depends on the day. I feel like we might do that first after we eat. Or if we ride, I think we'll have to eat first. He'll definitely have to have a snack before we really get to going in the morning. So it's like not a hangry toddler.
Yeah.
Waiting to get fed.
Yeah. So the rest of the day is kind of just is going to be whatever we want it to be. After break time, we're just going to kind of make plans depending on what has been like our favorite park at that point. Like if we want to go back to Hollywood Studios, we can do it that day. If we want to go back to Magic Kingdom,
or at Magic Kingdom,
yeah, we can do it that day. And then the next day, which will be our last park day, we have reservations for Epcot, assuming that it's probably going to be our favorite park. But that can always, like, we can always go to Epcot in the morning, and then in the afternoon we can do another park.
Yeah.
So it just kind of depends on what Grayson likes the most, and then what we feel at the time.
I remember the last day, our last park was Hollywood Studios, and then we packed up and left.
It sucks when you have to leave.
And man, that sucked. Knowing that like you're leaving for the last time to go back to get your stuff to leave the park, it was like, man, this sucks. 'Cause I remember like specifically like exiting and then going to stand at the freaking bus stop. I was like, damn it, this sucks because we're already leaving.
You know, that's a bad feeling.
But it'll be fun regardless.
No, yeah, for sure. We're going to have a blast.
Oh, sorry.
I can't remember what we talked about on food the last day. I really would like to try Ohana for breakfast. at the Polynesian, but I'm not 100% sure about that. We're just gonna have to kind of see what we can get reservations for when we hit our 60-day window.
Yeah. And also, we're completely fine with eating at the resort, too, because it's just as convenient as long as we get, we're going to try to rope drop
every day.
So
we're early risers.
Yeah. And we'll probably go back to the resort and just pretty much pass out anyway. Mm-hmm. So it's not like we'll be up super late because we're probably not going to stay for the closings of the park or like the shows.
I'm not really a big firework show person.
Yeah.
I just don't care about fireworks. Like the 4th of July is coming up.
Yeah. And we're going.
Not my thing.
We talked about going to the lake and you're like, I don't really want to go. And I was like, well, Grace and I want to go to the pontoon. So.
Well, last year I was terrified. That was terrifying. Driving back in the dark on the boat.
Oh, yeah.
When we were going super fast and I'm like, we're going to die.
Yeah. Well, we want to go
Don't
on the
like
pontoon,
that.
So.
Possibly. Anyway. I don't know if we're going to do the fireworks shows or not.
Yeah.
We might do a couple of them.
Yeah, maybe Epcot the first day, just because it's the first day. That might be the only one. Or the Cinderella. I don't know. Magic Kingdom, man.
We'll just see what
happens.
happens.
It's such a freaking crazy. It's so crazy of a madhouse to get out of there. Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
We're just going to kind of play some of it by ear because it does depend on how Grayson is doing and how we're doing. Like if we're all having a really bad night,
this is time.
It's going to be the end of the night. But if we're all doing pretty good, then we might stay and watch the fireworks.
Yeah.
So anyway, and then
a long crappy drive home.
Yeah, that's going to be hard. I don't think it's going to be too bad. I think we're going to kind of do the same thing where we drive as long as possible and book a hotel like close-ish to home and then stay the night there.
Yep. Depends on where we land,
mm-hmm.
where we're coming back from Disney, where we stay. We have to think about that because I don't want to stay in a specific area.
Okay.
But either way, I was thinking about that.
We'll probably book the hotels pretty soon. Yeah, for the drive down and the drive back, we'll probably book the hotels soon.
Yeah.
We talked about it and then we just didn't book them, but
yeah, we still got to get our magic bands.
I know. We need to do that
tonight,
ASAP. But
that literally is just buying the magic band.
I know.
Right? And that's it?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
I have no idea what's happening. Well, okay. I think it's pretty easy to just like buy the magic bands, but I think you wanted to do special designs, which I'm fine with.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. We'll just have to look.
Yeah. We haven't looked. I'm hoping that the excitement from the trip will kind of carry us our way home in good moods.
Yeah, we'll probably have snacks and.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have a whole
different stuff to play with.
I have like a whole plan for the driving part. Like we're gonna do obviously snacks, mm-hmm. Lots of snacks. We're gonna be like prepped with the snacks, and we're also gonna do. Like presents, like I'm gonna go to the Dollar Tree or Walmart, and then whenever he's starting to have like a moment where it's like it's been a couple hours, we're all getting kind of fussy, and then we're gonna do like fun little sensory presents and stuff, mm-hmm. Like a new squishy ball, a new squishy toy,
it could be literally
activity pad,
squishy, and he would be fine with
it.
Yeah, he
loves the little squishies. But we're gonna do that for the way there and the way back probably. Mm-hmm. And definitely have to take like a break at like a park or something each way.
Yeah. To
stretch our legs. But that's a whole other topic.
Yeah. Also, I told you this morning about the Subway
mm-hmm.
idea.
It's a great idea.
The catering idea. So I had seen this one video of this lady talking about it. And what they did was they ordered like the Subway catering or whatever. So you get like a 4-foot sandwich or whatever it is. And that's already cut up into pre-slices, and they just snacked on that on their way down there, so they didn't have to stop at like, because you stop at McDonald's, and for us it would be like probably like $25 to eat, when you can probably buy that catering meal for a couple extra more dollars and not have to worry about stopping, and we'll have drinks in the car. Bring a little cooler just for that, just so we don't have to stop.
Oh yeah, I'm so excited.
Spend extra money. Like obviously we'll have to stop some point, like bathroom breaks, and it's like, all right, you want a snack kind of thing, but like just that, like an extra $20 here, an extra $20 there. If we can save a little bit to spend more down at the parks, I'd rather do that.
Yeah, agree.
That's like I feel guilty when we're like, let's eat out. And I'm like, oh, I want to eat out because I don't want to make food, but at the same time,
we've been doing. I feel like the past couple weeks we've been doing better.
No, we have for sure.
So, anyway, that's it. We can. I think we're planning on doing some like travel essentials, like packing style podcasts coming up. That'll be once we get a little bit closer, I think, to the trip.
Yeah, that'll probably like a month out.
I'm gonna be like,
we'll be like
crazy
major packing mode.
I can't wait.
We'll have all our bags packed like a month away.
that the week before our trip is gonna be crazy chaos, but like super exciting.
The week leading to the trip.
So the week of Labor Day, which is the week before our trip, you won't have to work on Monday.
Yeah.
But since I recently started my job, in order to have enough vacation time to take this trip, I'm going to have to work 4/10s the week we're leaving, and then 4/10s the week after we get back, because I wouldn't have had enough vacation time to take like an extra day.
Yeah.
So it's just going to be a little wild.
So I have the 8th through the 19th off. So I have a full week, and I have 12 days of off time. Yeah. And it's nice because Labor Day is the 4th. Then I'll only have to work for 3 days, and it'll probably be the longest freaking 3 days. Where I'm like, I just want to leave.
Yeah, I mean, right now my job is very flexible. We've already had a lot of changes since I've started. I actually am doing a different job than what I was hired for already, and I have the company has just like changed a lot.
Yeah. Also,
I have a new supervisor. Yeah, so I can work from home sometimes. Like it's very flexible, so it's not like my previous job where the hours that I clocked were literally at the store being tortured all the time. Now, like if I need to make up hours, I can work from home and get things done too. So they're very flexible, which is amazing. So anyway, we're going to have lots of Disney content coming up.
A ton.
Also, Secret Invasion came out, the first episode.
Yep.
I didn't watch all of it, but I probably will finish it today. And I think what we'll probably do is just a season 1 recap. Or we might do 3 episodes, and then because I don't want to like lose everything that we watched from the first 3. Yeah.
It's only 6 episodes, so
3 and 3.
3 and 3. Yeah.
That's a good plan.
First half of the season, second half of the
Because
season.
I think with She-Hulk and Obi-Wan Kenobi, we did 1 episode at a time.
Yeah.
And it was crazy trying to like plan everything. So I think we'll do 3 and 3, and that should be great.
Yeah.
But I'm excited about that show. I think it's gonna be good.
Yep. So far it is good. And
we're still doing our Marvel rewatch. We're still caught up on the Incredible Hulk. Because
Ashley's speaking of Incredible Hulk, all the Marvel rights that Universal owned of the Hulk have reverted back to Disney. So the Incredible Hulk is now on Disney Plus.
I noticed that was on Disney Plus.
Yep.
So what does that mean for Universal Studios with the ride? The Hulk ride.
I don't know how that works, but the movie rights are at Disney now. And hopefully, eventually, they'll just have to rename all that stuff down there to something else.
So if you've been listening to our podcast, we've been doing a Marvel rewatch. And the next one is The Incredible Hulk. And if it was a different movie, we would have already watched like several more.
I know.
But I'm like, I don't want to watch it. I do not want to watch it.
Yeah.
But
okay,
we'll eventually watch it.
All right. Is there anything else you want to say before we wrap this up?
Not on theme. So I think that's enough for today.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, follow us on social media at Beyond the Ears Podcast. Like we said, we're 75 days out of our trip and counting the minutes in seconds. So
Yes. Yes.
thank you guys for listening, and we will catch you in the next podcast.